In 2019, the Indian government revokes Article 370. The news impacts a cancer-ridden Pakistani army general, who decides to exact vengeance against India. He signs a contract with Jim. Meanwhile, Pathan, a former RAW agent,
अपनी कुर्सी की पेटी बांध ले।
and his senior officer Nandini open a unit dubbed the Joint Operations JOCR unit to recruit former RAW agents who were forced to retire due to past trauma or injury, but want to serve the country.
मिशन के लिए रेडी।
With RAW Joint Secretary, Colonel Sunil Luthra's acceptance, Pathan and his team head to Dubai to stop Outfit X's plans of attacking the President of India. Their actual plan was to kidnap Dr. Farooqui and Dr. Sahani instead, and the information they received attack on the President was a ruse to mislead them. Jim attacks the scientists' convoy.
Sir, we have been attacked.
उन्होंने साइंटिस्ट के कॉन्वॉय पर अटैक कर दिया है।
Pathan tries to stop him. A fight ensues.
बंदे को जिम कहते हैं।
And Jim manages to escape with Dr. Sahani. At the debrief back at the agency, Luthra reveals that Jim was a former RAW agent, was similar to Major Kabir Dhaliwal, who was awarded the Veer Puraskar for his bravery. Terrorists killed his wife and unborn child in a negotiation gone wrong. He had apparently faked his death in order to seek vengeance against the agency and country for not saving his family. Meanwhile, Pathan learns about the codeword dubbed Roktbeej, and their money was transferred from the account of Rubina Mohsin, Rubai. He travels to Spain and is captured by Jim's men. When Jim leaves his hideout, Rubai attacks Jim's men and escapes with Pathan. Rubai reveals that Roktbeej is in Moscow, where they travel to steal it before Jim does. However, Rubai betrays Pathan and has him captured by the police. It is revealed that Jim used Rubai to steal the Roktbeej for himself. Pathan is captured and taken to prison by train, but
Time out, guys. Please.
is saved by Avinash Tiger Singh Rathore.
मर्द को दर्द नहीं होता। ले ले भाई। Promise.
3 years later, Pathan travels to Africa and captures Jim's henchman Rafe. He meets Nandini, reveals about Jim purchasing 2 Sabre missiles, while Nandini reveals Rubai's location in Paris. Pathan meets Rubai, who reveals that the Roktbeej is a mutated smallpox virus, which was forcibly developed by a captive Dr. Sahani under Jim's orders, without knowing that her country would plan such a heinous attack. They travel to Jim's lab, manage to recover one orb containing the virus with great difficulty, while Jim escapes with the other orb. Luthra and Nandini reach Jim's lab to take the orb back to the Indian in order to develop a vaccine. Luthra also has Rubai arrested for having questionable loyalties. At the IICD in India, Dr. Farooqui demonstrates the orb. Jim calls them and reveals that the orb has already spread the virus in the facility. The infected scientists, along with Nandini, die in the facility by shooting themselves. Jim provides an ultimatum to evacuate Indian soldiers out of Kashmir within 24 hours. Pathon interrogates Rafe about the location of the missile and learns that the missile is situated in Afghanistan. After rescuing Rubai,